Okay. So, hi everyone. I'm Lavanya, working in MST Solutions as a tech lead for around 8 years. We'll see few of the summer 20 release highlights over here. So, here is the agenda. So, these items are related to the lightning page, especially, and these are all the highlights. We'll go into the top. So, dynamic form. So I believe this is the next evolution in Lightning Pages. Yeah, also I like this feature very much in summer release because this is going to give you a wonderful performance even in the configuration side. If you are a person with low code love, then obviously you will like it. Dynamic forms are like nothing but in the Lightning page, they are providing us the extending option that is called dynamic forms. With help of this form, you can show your fields and sections into a different components without supporting the old pages. So you don't need to see any detail pages or anything in the Lightning pages. So it will give you the revisions, subsections for the page layouts, especially the Lightning page layouts, and it is only supporting in the Lightning page layouts. And you can place your fields anywhere you want. There is no restrictions. So, with help of the field section, you can place the fields anywhere you want. Also, they have given some of uh, the visibility rules. It's nothing but filter. With help of that visibility rule, you can hide and show the field in the page layout itself. Yes. So this is the dynamic form migration. So you may have a question. So we already have Lightning pages in all of the objects, right? So how we are going to migrate those items? So uh, this migration help us to migrate the old existing pages, which can support the dynamic forms. So without migration, it will not support. We can migrate the existing page layouts using this upgrade now. So you are seeing the upgrade now button here, right? So this is the one. If you are editing the Lightning page, you can see this option upgrade now, which means dynamic form you can enable. So uh, this upgrade now can help you to migrate all your existing forms. This is one of the option. And the another option also you have, if you want to create the new one, you can create the new page from the scratch. But if you want to uh, support your existing pages with the dynamic form, you can migrate the existing page layout. And dynamic forms with mobile. So when you are working on the dynamic forms, you may have some questions. You are seeing the screenshot, right? So if you are looking at the screenshot, there is a green box, blue box, and the yellow box. The green box is like the highlight panel. The right side screenshot is showing the mobile version. So it is available for the highlight panel. This is desktop version. This is mobile version. The green box is representing the highlight panel. You can see the mobile version and the related list in the blue. That is also available in the mobile. The last one, the yellow box, right? So the unsupported form factor. When you are trying to edit the existing Lightning pages, you can see unsupported form factor if you are already using the record detail mobile component. But that is actually not true. Dynamic forms are already covering the mobile users as well. So that is the reason I'm showing this screenshot. Even though if it is showing unsupported form factor, you can see the details, you can see the data on your mobile. That is what you are seeing on right side mobile section, the yellow box, right? So that is the portion where you are getting the mobile data. So you don't need to worry about it if you have mobile users. Mobile users are also covered in the dynamic forms, even though it is showing unsupported form factor. It is just showing, but If you ask a question, really it is supporting? Yes, really it is supporting because dynamic forms are covering mobile users as well. Okay, so here are few limitations. Um, the dynamic forms are only supporting to custom objects. If you want to implement that in standard object, that will not support. It is also a beta version, and yeah, so we do have a lot of editions, right? So in that edition, especially one edition will not support this one, Essential Edition, because Essential Edition doesn't support custom objects. So that is the reason it will not support into Essential Edition. Um, Also, it doesn't support Internet Explorer. Also, you can just see the empty forms. The page will not load on that place. Also, you will not see these pages in the pin region templates as well as the custom templates. So yeah, so packaging also doesn't support the dynamic form components since it has fields and field sections supported in the layouts that will also not support. Blank spaces also not support. Um, here are a few limitations about it. So I will go to the yeah. So here I have a custom object called bank customers. We'll open up the record. Yeah. So here is the page. Am I audible, team? Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, yes, Lavanya.
Okay. So yeah, here is the page. I have uh, I have did some modification with the dynamic pages. So in the general layout, so we will see all the layouts and all the fields. When you have hundreds of fields, we used to go to the page layout, separate layouts, separate record types, but we did not have option earlier. Even though in a single page layout, I don't want to see the field. I want to hide few fields. We did not have option for that. Right now, we do have option for that one with help of dynamic forms. So this is the detail page, one of the detail page on the customer object. I have few details about a customer, and I do have three tabs, but I did not show any details over here right now. And my um, logic is, so I do have a pick list called process. If the process is not started, I don't want to show any details except my key fields. So right now you are seeing the key fields because my status is not started. I will update this one. Also, this is the highlight panel. You can uh, watch my highlight panel in the below section so that you will. So okay, so when my status is changed, you could notice the below section is opened up, right? The customer detail section is opened up now. And if you want to show particular fields under the customer detail section, you can show these fields. And this too, still it is locking. So you are not able to see those ones. Also the key fields, right? You earlier you were seeing around 5 to 6 fields when it was not started. Right now it is showing only 2 fields. So I was hided those fields and I was opened up the new tab details. We'll go into the next one. Yes. Okay, so if you notice, I have opened up the request detail fields and key fields are hidden. And if you notice my highlight panel, there are two action new buttons, new task and follow up. These are all popped up for pending information section. So that is, yeah, that is also we can make if you want to hide or open up any actions in the highlight panel, that is also supporting in the dynamic pages. Also, the next one, we'll go to the next one. So you can see the other two details. So this one is already closed because it is open only for the previous status, but not on the current status. On the current status, only open section is the request details. If you look at this one, so this is also don't have access right now. And yes, again, set the status as account created. Right now, you are um, yes, right now you are able to see all the account details, field informations. Right, this section is opened up, and the key fields also changed. This is the one, and this information is also opened up. If you go back and check, you are not allowed to see these two sections. And yeah, there is one more additional section also available. Okay, I will show you one more stuff. I so in the additional information, there is a detail called credit card holder. So if you click on, so right now the option is no. If you click on yes and say, see, there is one more section enabled with the credit card details. So this is how it is working with dynamic forms. So also if you look at my highlight panel, here is also a change. The new account action item is enabled new. In the previous status, we were seeing two items. Yeah, two actions. One is follow up and another one is task. When it is account created, I want to change it. I want to only show the new account action button. So that is the reason it is changed. And these are all the information we could achieve through dynamic forms. It depends if you want to do something extra, you can do it. Are you curious how we can achieve this through dynamic forms? I hope yes. This is a simple way. If you click at the setup one and edit page, yes. So here is the page layout. My page layout are already migrated to the dynamic form. That is the reason you are not able to see the upgrade now button here. But if you want to create a new section, you can completely wipe out these existing ones and you can create it from the scratch. Okay. So these are all the sections. You can hide the sections, you can hide the fields. The difference is once the dynamic forms are enabled, you can see two differences. One is the field section. This section is additionally enabled over here. So with help of this, you can create a new component field section. This is the major section which supports to all the fields and the dynamic form pages. Yes, I'm just showing you. So you can place the section anywhere and you can paste your fields wherever you want. It is that much easy now. And here also, right? So I did not use even the record page detail and related list page. Yes, I did not use that detail page because this is just the component. This is just the field section component. I have using this just field section component, as well as if you want to create tabs, you can use it. I have created 3 tabs. If you don't want to see the tabs, that is also completely okay. You don't see the tabs, you can quickly remove this one else. So if you want to move this anywhere, you can do it. Yes. So there is no restriction. You can paste your fields wherever you want. That's how. So if you click on this one, um, the another option that you can see is yes, this is the UI behavior. This is the another a supportable form. In the page layout, we used to see read-only record, right? So like that, they have given option and lightning page as well with dynamic form. So you can make the field read-only or record or none. Also, this is the Field visibility, it's just a filter. If you want to hide a tab, if you want to hide a section, if you want to hide the field, you can just select the field and you can add the filter. It will display all the fields over the custom object and you can choose. So with this condition, I don't want to I don't want to see the section, or I want to see the section, or I want to see the field, like that. So it is common for everything. Yeah, the same visibility rule applied for all the sections as well as I'll show you. It's this one, right? So when I'm enabling this as yes, then only this section was available, right? So I have applied the rule for this section particularly. So that's how it works. We'll remove this one. If you don't want to show any tabs, you can just remove these tabs. You will just see this section. If you are asking it will impact anything, definitely it will not impact anything because the field section, right? So it will come up with a header, the section name, so that you don't need any extra components, tabs or detail tabs or anything. So you don't need that. But based on the requirement, you can do it. So that's all here. Mm, yeah, also just so here is where you can add all the actions. So I have added the actions whatever I want. So you can add the actions with help of this add action button. It will support all the quick actions, global actions, as well as the standard actions. So that's all about dynamic pages. Okay. So quickly move into are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So we'll quickly see the other um, updates. I will show you the details here and then quickly jump into the demo. The next option is the Salesforce Optimizer application. So you already know this is not new to Salesforce. Earlier it was available as Optimizer, but in the PDF form. But right now they are providing the application specially for Salesforce Optimizer, so that you can easily enable this application form through setup page. Once it is done, you can see that application in your console, and then you can execute that. So this is how the page used to look. I will show you in the demo. I will cover it. So go to the, yeah. So this is the another builder. This is the new one, but walkthroughs are also joined into the new builder, in-app guidance builder. So this builder will help us to um, help the users, help the end users. If you want to enable any walkthrough or if you want to show any prompts, you can use this in-app guidance builder. It is easy. Walkthroughs are also combined through this one. So it is also supporting to the Lightning one, and they have given couple of options whether the floating prompt you want or the doc prompt you want. You can choose the type. You can choose the prompt type, and you can choose whether it is a walkthrough or the single step one. Uh, It is that much simple. I will show you. I have covered this too. And this is the another option. Page layout level, there are a lot of changes in page layout level on Summer 20 release. So this is full page layout, full view layout actually. So this was not already available. If you ask the question, what was the layout that we were using? That is the grouped view. Right now we do have couple of options. This is the additional option they are providing. If you are looking at your record page settings, you can see one more new option, full view layout. If you are asking the difference, right side you are seeing the grouped view, which means the old view. The left side one is the new view. It is showing all the details. For example, all the related record details and the detail page section details. Everything will be consolidated in one page. That is called full view layout. That is the only difference. In the grouped view, you in the right side view, you are seeing some of the fields, information, but those informations are divided and separated into a different section. But in full view, there is no separation. You can see all the details in a consolidated view. This is the last one, the same. So split list view. So this is nothing but just the view option enabled in the normal pages. This is nothing but if you were using the console view, you could know how it looks. Exactly, it is same as the console view option. Right now, it is available in all the applications, not only in console. That is the split list view. So I will show you that as well. It will keep the similar feel of console view. That is what I'm seeing. So yeah, I want to give you one more additional information about work.com. You already know with help of work.com, they have introduced many applications. There are a lot of third-party applications supporting work.com right now to help the organization to reopen the company, and also they can, with help of that work.com, they can mm, check their employee health, they can do the shift management and etc. There are a lot of third-party applications supporting work.com. You can find it in the app exchange. The another change on work.com is um, the package, right? So the entire package is renamed as WDC. It is not, it is no longer work.com. So you cannot find work.com name anywhere inside the Salesforce. So earlier, if you were using this in Classic, you might know. Um, you can go into the Classic setup and you can check. You can find only WDC, not work.com. So it is completely changed. All the features are available, but all the products, documentation, references, everything will say WDC instead work.com. So that is what I wanted to let you guys know. We'll quickly jump into demo. So this is the Salesforce Optimizer application. Uh, for this application in setup, you need to enable this optimizer application. That is the one you need. That is all you need. Once it is enabled, you can see this optimizer application over here. I already executed the run optimizer. That is the reason you are seeing multiple records over here. Uh, what you want to do with the optimizer is just click on the run optimizer button. That's it. So it will cover everything. Earlier it was in the PDF form. If you are clicking on the link, it will just provide the PDF. If you are asking PDF is also available with this one, I will say yes. After running your optimizer, once the execution is done, it will provide you the records like here, as well as it will send you an email. The optimizer is completed the work along with the PDF. So you cannot, it will not, the PDF will not support externally through your mail. The PDF will be available under your file section. That is the additional option. And I'll show you. If you click on this one, so this is the application. You can see the left side pan, right? So you can see all the information over here, and they have provided a couple of useful information. I will explain that first. The estimation effort. For example, in the optimizer, the things will cover. For example, few of the users have not logged in so far to the organization. They will show all the details. Not only that details, whatever the features, whatever the action that relates to your organization, all the details comes under the Salesforce optimizer. So they are providing the estimated effort also for the particular feature. For each and every feature, they are providing the estimation as well as the status. With help of the status, you can understand which one you need to take care of first. So the first one is showing immediate action record, so that you will understand this one you need to take a look first, and also it will not take more than 30 minutes. So that is what they have given the estimation effort. Also, you can see other status as well, action record, review record, and no action record also. So this is the additional information. Okay, I'm just opening this record so that you will understand what is that. So the user logins, as I mentioned, these two users are not logged into this organization for maybe more than 6 months or so. It is showing these two users. The recommendation is here and the help is also here. So, for example, if couple of employees left the company or whatever it is, and also the administrator mm, missed anything to delete the user, sorry, to deactivate the user or delete any information related to particular user, like other information, other logic, other flows, rules, and etc. They are providing the recommendation. So this is a kind of reminder to us so that we will be take a look once it is executed. We can go and deactivate them, or we can take a necessary action with help of this. Then, yeah, the next one is in-app guidance. I want to show this, right? So this is just the single prompt. See, I have noticed this one. And this is the doc prompt. If you might see this doc prompt earlier in the page layouts, it is same as this one. So this doc prompt will support the video section as well. If you have any, if you want to post any video over the doc section, you can use that. We do have feature for that as well. This is the third one. It is a floating one. It is a floating walkthrough. Um, Optimizer application. Click next. And this one. Click next. Yeah. So this is the last one. So this is how we are using the in-app guidance. If you want to edit, I can show that. So this is the type, floating prompt and doc prompt. You can choose whatever you want, and you can choose the choose. Excuse me for the background noise. You can choose the place wherever you want here. And here are the steps. If you want to add multiple steps, you can add the steps. It will store over here. Like if you want to delete, you can delete it. And those are all the types I want to show. That's all about the in-app guidance folder. So, am I audible?
Just one.
Okay. Sorry, please excuse me for the background noise. Um, yeah. So this is the view I want to show. The full view, right? So this is the existing view. I want to show the existing view first. And if you go to the record page settings, you can see an option full view. This is the one. I have updated this. Okay. So now you can see the difference. It is consolidated into single page. See, this is the related detail. So everything comes under single page. So that's how it is designed. Um, this is all about full view. And the last option is the split view. This is very simple. So earlier we had only table and combine view. Right now it is supporting split view as well. So this is the third view. And yeah, this is similar to the console view. Already we have in the console application. Right now it is supporting in all the applications. That's all I wanted to uh, cover, Dean. So any questions? That's all I have for today. Any questions from anyone? I think I'm audible and no questions. Kumaresan, am I audible?
Yeah, yes,
Oh,
Lavanya. I think no question is there. That's why
oh,
you're
okay.
silent.
Okay, okay. Because I have a doubt whether am I audible or not.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So yeah, thank you everyone. I hope you all enjoyed. So these are all the features. Even though it is these are all the new features, I believe this will be helpful to all, not only the admin, developer, QA. So it is helpful for everyone because these are all small changes. When we are focusing on the huge changes, we will miss the small changes. That is the reason I wanted to cover those as well. I hope it is useful. Thank you all.
Thanks, Lavanya, and thanks to the Sugit. Thanks for the great presentation. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
bye.
ಯಾರು